Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. Let's jump into the brand new JINWOO SSR weapon selection ticket we're getting based on the new first year anniversary DICE exploration event. This was honestly one of the best events we've had in a very long time. If you're wondering, once you reach the finish line, it resets all the way back to the start, meaning you get all the awards when it comes to shadow materials, weapon materials, and more. We have so many goodies in here, but I do want to mention very quickly when it comes to free goodies, if you want a bunch of free codes sent directly to you, go to link down below and support us. It is free. Right now we have so many codes when it comes to Essence Stones, Mana Extracts, and more. We have more codes coming out this week, so jump in and support us that way you don't miss out. And very quick, I do want to give a shout out to David C, the first commenter last video. Here's your shout out, bro, and enjoy that juicy Discord roll, of course. Now, of course, when it comes to our best pick, I do want to see in the comment section what all of you are picking. I'm very curious. When it comes to me right now, I do have some certain best picks when it comes to everyone's best options, right? Regardless if you're pay to win, free to play, whatever you are, there are some certain picks in here that honestly will help out your account regardless, right? There is the Stormbringer right now, and honestly for me, this is essentially the best weapon in the game when it comes to its damage and its buffs, right? When you get it to A5, the bonus damage is insane. Working with pretty much any skill, any weapon, anything at all, just based on the fact that the Storm Strike bonus when using a wind skill gives us a 3200% damage amount of our attack every 0.5 seconds, which is crazy, right? So this weapon, including the major buffs we get from the Tempest Mark, increasing the target's damage taken by 10% times 2, and the wind damage taken by 15% is honestly very good. You have to remember as well, when it comes to this damage bonus here, it works on any target because it does not have an elemental typing, right? That's why for Deimos in the hard mode, this is one of the weapons of choice, even though wind is not a weakness, so keep that in mind. This weapon is one of the best out there. When it comes to weapon choice number 2, it's kind of up to you, right? If you're struggling, if you need more damage coming in for early game content, the Demon King's Dagger is not too bad, but I would say the Quarterstaff just works out even better, working in game modes where the elemental typing does not match as well, just because you can bonk the enemies, instantly dealing so much damage on them. The Quarterstaff is one of the best damage dealing weapons in the game by itself, right? It doesn't need any buffs. All it really needs is some crit rate and crit damage, but otherwise, it is so darn good. Do not sleep on it. The Quarterstaff is something everyone has to get to A5, one of the truly OP weapons in the game. But of course, I do want to give some mention to two weapons that have been staples for so long. That is the Plumflower Sword and also the Moonshadow Dagger, right? These weapons are honestly great, but I find right now, based on a lot of content we're clearing, their use case is dropping every single day. It doesn't mean they're bad, but when it comes to meta content like the guild boss, and when it comes to general game modes, right? These weapons are still great, but they're not used as often as before, at least in my eyes. The Moonshadow is still great for the power destruction. Pretty much you can use in every single mode there is, but it's still not the best weapon out there anymore in my eyes, right? Like I mentioned before, the Stormbringer just has more meta usage right now, but that's my choice, that's my decision, that's my kind of analysis on it. But these weapons are clearly in the top 5 or 6. They're still very good. The Plumflower Sword works with every single weapon out there, giving you crit rate, crit damage, and attack bonuses that do stack and gives us major damage increases, so keep that in mind. This weapon is something you can obviously run for every single game mode. This has been a staple since day one, and it still is a staple, but it's a staple and not the best weapon anymore, at least for me. Right now, when it comes to the best weapons, the Stormbringer, the Quarterstaff, and the DKD are pretty much up there, but I do want to give a special mention to the Fan of the Fire Demon, and not so much the Phoenix Soul, just because when it comes to the Phoenix Soul, you do need the Fan to make it viable, so keep that in mind. Without the Fan, the Phoenix Soul is kind of weak, kind of not as good as it can be. So if I were to summon for a fire weapon first, the Fan comes in mind just because the Fan does work out even without the Phoenix Soul. You don't need it necessarily to deal fire damage. We have other fire alternatives when it comes to our skills, so keep that in mind. The Fan should be your first fire summon, at least to me, just because, I mean, the Phoenix Soul does take a lot of prep, where the Fan of the Fire Demon, if you max it out early, you can use it with your fire skills, so keep that in mind. I mean, we have so many good fire skills out there, and when it comes to the guild boss right now, I mean, the meta is apparently using the Night Killer, which is an SR weapon, so you don't even need an SSR to make it work. So again, these are all things you have to keep note of. Where the Phoenix Soul does have its usage, well, it did have its usage in the guild boss, but now for the power structure, it's pretty much going to be used there, and except honestly in game modes where we do have a fire weakness, where we do need that bonus damage coming in, but otherwise the Phoenix Soul can wait. You don't need it ASAP. It's not a weapon you have to rush in for, so again, keep that in mind. There is no one meta weapon that works for every single piece of content in the game. Well, I mean, okay, the Stormbringer kind of fills in that gap. Same with the Quarterstaff. Honestly, this combination here is just so darn good. It's second to none. It's going to work out for anything out there, honestly. I don't know, it's a good combination. The DKD obviously is very good too, but it's good for win content, but the Quarterstaff does work out for a lot of other content. So I would say for me, if I had to max out 2 weapons right now, the Quarterstaff and the Stormbringer are pretty much up there. The Stormbringer being number 1, and it's up to you what you want to pick afterwards. So when you pick the Stormbringer, if you want to clear more win content that you still cannot beat, the Demon King's Daggers are very good, but you can still get the Quarterstaff and not fall behind. The Demon King's Daggers though is a staple as well. When it comes to other weapons, the Fan of the Fire Demon will ensure you can start dealing with fire content using your fire skills. The bonuses you get are huge, right? But it does work better with the Phoenix Soul, giving you major damage coming in, but the bonus fire damage you get obviously is huge, so keep that in mind, of course. This weapon was made for the Phoenix Soul, giving you so many bonuses. And of course, we have our 2 staples when it comes to teamfight modes. The Moon Channel giving us all that bonus damage to our team. 15% team members damage increase is big, and the dark damage, and the stacking damage taken on the target is huge. So again, keep all that in mind. And the Plumflower Sword working with every single weapon, every single skill. This is one weapon you just want to get to A3 to ensure you get that bonus crit rate and crit damage, right? But I do honestly think that the Stormbringer has taken its spot just because of the viability when it comes to the guild boss, when it comes to other game modes, like honestly the battlefield time. This weapon is really good, sucking in those mobs, dealing major damage by itself. So there's a lot of good options out there. You can't really go wrong. Just avoid choices like Scatty, Zeke's Fragment. What else do we have here that's probably not going to be good? The Grimoire is fine, but I wouldn't rush into it. Getting it to A1 is obviously a plus, but we just have better choices for late game, and we have a brand new water weapon coming out very soon, so keep that in mind. We do have that brand new Scythe coming, I think, this week actually, so you do not want to rush for the Grimoire yet. It might get replaced by using the brand new Scythe and the already free weapon we have right over here. When it comes to Kasaka's Venom Fang, the true version, this weapon can be used with a Scythe working together based on the bonuses we get with our Blessing Stone right over here. This right here, Tidal Wolf Assassin. This works out for both weapons, so again, keep that in mind. You do not want to go for the Grimoire just yet. It's not worth it to me. There's much better options out there, honestly. So I do hope that helped you out. Again, a lot of good choices in here, and a lot of bad choices as well. There's a lot of weapons that you can pick that'll work out for your account. You just have to look at the gaps you have. But again, remember, we have staples, so don't miss out, right? You want to get those staples to ensure you can beat all the content in the game. But again, when I say all content, there is no one weapon that can, again, minus the Stormbringer, one weapon that can clear everything for a certainty, right? But the Stormbringer is so good, I love it. One of the best weapons out there, so if you enjoyed, drop a like and do comment down below which weapon you're picking. I'm very curious. On that note, that is all I had for you today. Make sure, if you haven't yet, to jump in and support us that way you do not miss on the free codes. We have so many codes right now for Essence Stones and Map Extracts that you can get, of course, if you support, sent a few hours after supporting, so do enjoy. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf signing out. See you in the next video, of course.